What's going on, everybody? Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us for anything and everything rock and roll. Of course, with a little bit of ADD. I'm Zach.
I'm TJ.
And I'm Robin.
And you're listening to Rock Detention.
I don't feel tardy.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Always good, man.
We're good.
How you boys?
Hey, you know,
Superb.
recovering after that weird week of winter that we had. Everything's finally back on track, getting normal again.
That was like 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah,
Leave it in the past. Leave it in the past.
We're moving slow, so.
We just got milk back in the grocery stores like a few days ago.
Overrated.
Car.
Yeah, says the Minnesotan.
Dude, I'm really excited about tonight, guys. It's been fun talking with Jonah over the last couple of weeks and preparing for this, and I'm really excited for it. It's crazy how busy this guy is.
Yeah. It's been interesting having just trying to get him to come just meet with us, and we're just like, yeah, he's gonna do it tonight, and then going, oh wait, no, he's got to go do a photo shoot. Oh, he's got to go do that, and we're like, man, I want to go do a photo shoot. I want to go record this.
It's really excited, man. It really is. Well, shoot, man, I don't want to keep the people waiting, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the intro. Y'all cool with that?
Hey.
I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Sweet.
That's the quickest intro ever, but let's do it. I'm
absolutely.
excited too, so.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Billings, Montana, please welcome country music artist Jonah Prill.
Woo! Heck yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys.
Thanks
of course,
for joining, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just tired after a long day. I mean, you said I was busy, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I agree.
You really are, man. You're hard to get a hold of, but I sure am proud of you, man.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. That really does.
We met what? We met 1 year ago in Nashville.
We did. Yep.
It was probably like today.
I think it was like the first few days of March. I think I was there 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe the 5th or something like that, and we just kind of went. And Ryan introduced me to you.
It's been best friends ever since,
that.
right?
Yeah, it's history after that. Best friends after that.
Shout out to Meg, Ryan, and Justin. Love you guys, and always a blast having y'all on the show, and can't wait to get all y'all back. Shoot, we should do an episode one day with all 4 of y'all on here.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We should.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We do Brady Bunch style.
Yeah, I wonder how that would.
We should all have
that.
mics that are hooked up. Robin, can you hook that up? Like all of us in one room on one computer with Skype, and we just all have mics, and we can.
Yeah.
We
can make that work.
Mixer.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Wait till the studio's built.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Next week. Next week.
Hopefully.
Ooh.
I mean, that week of winter kind of slowed things down. So.
That's true. Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, let's jump into this, dude. Let's start back in day one, man. Like, tell us about your background. What's your thing?
Who are you? Where do you come from?
Let's see. My name's Jonah. I remember that.
Hey, Jonah.
Hey, Jonah.
I'm from Billings, Montana. I think we're at like 120,000 people now. It's the biggest city in Montana. But even for the biggest city, it's got nothing on the rest of the United States. It's a little bit bigger than a small town, but a lot of people still know each other. Kind of grew up in the country western lifestyle, and I really enjoyed that. Went through high school just fine, played sports, did that.
Now, when you say country western, are you referring to the music or the lifestyle?
Both.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite classic country folks?
Oh gosh, I mean, you can't go without saying George Strait, the King. My brother and I are really big Alan Jackson fans.
Yeah.
Both Chattahoochee, blaring the
Way
radio.
down yonder in the Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie goochie. I don't know what a hoochie goochie is, but it gets hotter than that.
Hoochie coochie.
It's coochie?
Yeah.
I thought it was Gucci.
You know what? We have the Google machine. We can look up the lyrics. But I always thought it was coochie.
Do it. Correct this man.
See, I grew up in Nashville.
With the track record of this show, I will be the one that's wrong.
Yeah, 1985. Anyways, quick story. Alan Jackson style. My dad got mistaken for him once because he had a mustache and nice little haircut. And some kid followed him around in a hotel and thought he was Alan Jackson.
That's pretty sweet.
That's my story. That was a Zach story.
Thanks, pal. Speaking of hair, dude, you just got a new haircut. And I got to say, it's pretty rad. I'm talking to you, Jonah.
Oh, I was like, are you pointing to TJ or me?
Yeah,
I
TJ
don't
and
know
I
if you
did
can
not
see
get
with the headset on, but I cut my hair to a little bit of a mullet. It's just a baby mullet, but country music just kind of screams mullets, and
baby mullets are mullets too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Baby mullets are mullets.
Dude, let's see here. What's it called? The YouTube is going crazy. Do we have any questions, Robin, before we go any further?
We don't have any questions, but we do have an answer to that thing. It is Hoochie Coochie.
Thank you, Cora Knowles. It is Hoochie.
What's up, Cora?
Coochie.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, what did I say?
Gucci.
Great.
That's the cover. That's the remix.
Yeah.
I
It'll
love
be the
it.
T-Pain remix.
So many things just went through my head there.
Yep. I had nothing too, but.
Cool, man. So you really, when I first started like looking at you and looking up your stuff,
Yeah.
I was like, is this guy really a country cat? And I mean, you are. Tell us about ranch life, man.
Specifically, where were you what were you doing this afternoon? Because I've never worked with a musician or anything with this answer. Because we were trying to get a hold of you this afternoon to kind of like do a little mic check, and you were off doing something.
Yeah, I didn't have cell service. But ranch life. I don't own a ranch of my own. My grandfather did. He owned one up in Absaroka, Montana. That was pretty awesome. He had to sell it though. Times got tough. I don't know the details of it.
Sure.
But after that, he started a cattle brokerage, and was pretty successful doing that. And throughout my childhood, he would take me along to, first we were photographing the cattle and everything like that, just like showing their health on camera for different cattle buyers. It's like being a real estate agent for cows, basically. And as I got older, I would start doing the labor involved in shipping and sorting and branding cattle. And of course, like at 7 years old, I was like, I hate this. Like, why am I doing this? But as I continued to like grow up and start doing like the cooler things, it started to get fun. And I was like, man, like, I love to do this. And still went through, high school living in town. So I never lived out on a ranch, but I've had plenty of experience doing it. And we do have a place. Yeah.
Did you ever put up a post? Did you ever put a post fence up?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I see that in the movies all the time. I just want to see if that was a real thing.
A lot of it is fixing fence versus like putting new ones up. So like like if the bottom wire, middle wire, or the top wire gets broken, or a post gets blown over or knocked over, you got to go fix it.
I'll be dang. And have you ever milked a cow?
I have never milked a cow. I've never milked a cow.
Cool. Just curious.
Okay. I know that's what you want to do. You were telling me earlier if you come to Montana, the thing you want to do is ride a horse.
Yes.
Wait,
So,
Zach, you've
any
never
of
ridden
your-
a horse?
I did when I was a kid, but bro, that
Not
was
the same. Not the same.
many years ago.
Yeah.
I just want to ride like the oldest horse you have that's really slow and doesn't do any bucking off. And I want to ride a dang horse, man.
I know the perfect one for you.
Cool.
I'm the
I can't
opposite.
remember this
Like,
one's name, but
I want the one that's like no one's ever tamed that one. And I'd be like, and all of a sudden I go up and it's just like.
see, I didn't get to tell this story, but that's what I said about a year ago around this time, and you probably can't see it on screen, but I have a scar right there on my eyebrow because I got kicked in the face by a horse because I was like, you know what, we're breaking this horse anyways. Like, let me on him. Like, I'm the first one. Let's go. Rode him just fine. It wasn't until I was getting off, I was stepping out of the stirrups and stepping down, that something randomly spooked him, and I was on his side, and he just turned his rear quarters enough to where when he kicked, that hoof landed straight on my eyebrow.
Dang.
Did you get knocked out?
No, I I remember it. I mean, it happened really fast.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I remember is like a really loud noise inside my head, and I didn't know what happened at first, so I like went down in the dirt and like covered my face. And that's all I could do, and I like kind of got up and was like a little bit of blurry vision, and I just went for the edge of the arena, and that's when everybody was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I was like, oh shoot, because
That's what makes it bad.
Yeah,
everyone's
that's what makes it
freaking
bad.
out.
I'm like, I didn't see what was like wrong with me yet. Like I didn't know anything really happened. I mean, I knew I got knocked, but not like kicked.
And then he went and wrote Friday Night.
And yep, I went and wrote Friday Night.
Okay, you're skipping the order, man. We got to get.
Sorry, no, it was a perfect time. It was a perfect time.
It was a perfect time.
Did that happen on a Friday night?
That'd be awesome.
You know what? I don't remember. I think I got knocked in the head so hard I don't remember.
It was probably a Tuesday. Oh Lord.
Something stupid like that.
Right on. Well, okay, so ranch life eventually led you into one. Is that where you found your passion for photography? Because I've noticed you post a lot of really cool pictures.
I don't really remember what started that. I mean, I guess so. Well, some of the pictures I shared were from my grandpa. We don't have to pull them up now, but they were. I mean, I don't know, maybe he was into photography and it just kind of passed down to me. And I just remember messing with my mom's camera that she had in high school, and then just one day I was like, well, what if I just take a picture of myself? And that's where it all started.
The ultimate selfie, the DSLR selfie, or was it a film camera?
Oh, it was a DSLR. I still use my DSLR for selfies.
Random little side note here, because you brought up selfie. Do you know who's credited with the first selfie?
Oh, I used to know that. But I don't right now.
Princess Anastasia, or as we say, Anastasia.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, she's credited with the first selfie because she took one of those really old cameras and pointed it in a mirror and took a picture of herself.
Can we fact check this? Because I don't want this to be a 1985 moment for you, Robin.
Jesus Christ! Sitting here trying to respond to people in the chat. Okay.
Yeah. Is there any
focus
good
on the
questions?
chat, bro.
Well, there are questions. There are questions in the chat, and they are about your singing career, and we're getting to that. I didn't want to jump the little order. So to the people in the chat, I see your questions. I've got your questions. We have your questions. We're going to get to those questions when we get to the singing portion of this.
Yeah, guys, come on. We got to stay in order. There is a syllabus here, all right? Look, syllabus. Says so right here. Well, it doesn't say that.
My contract says ADD.
Hey, that was a great pop. You know what? Speaking of photographs, Robin, do you have any of the photos he sent you available to like pull up?
I do.
I want some story time on some of these.
I do. Which one are we wanting to talk about here?
What do you want to start with, brother?
Talking to me?
Yeah. They're your pictures.
Yes, guest.
They are my pictures. I'm looking at them right now. I mean, do we want to go into the bear one? I mean, that's a pretty solid.
You've been talking about it all day.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for a week, so I do want to hear this story.
Let me know when it's pulled up.
All right, so this is. I'm gonna pull up the first picture that you sent, not the dramatic one, but the first one. So this is a picture of a brown bear, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That was actually.
Is this zoomed in? Or is that like?
That's probably. I have the same camera setup that I used for that shot. It's probably at 70 millimeters, so it's not really that zoomed in as far as wildlife lenses.
So it's not like you were standing really far away and you had like a telephoto lens.
Oh,
okay.
No. This was pretty. You can see some of the darkened foreground right there, and that's pretty dark, and that's like where I'm at. That dark foreground is like where I'm sitting.
Okay.
And it's not too much farther on the edge of the little hill.
Am I crazy, or is there a crazy noise happening?
Sounds like we're in a hangar of an airplane.
That is my computer's
fan.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Well,
can you still hear it?
We have a fan.
Oh.
It's a fan.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, come on.
Hey, that sounds way better now.
Oh, okay. They finally popped up. because I can't see the picture, but I see it now on YouTube Live.
Yeah. With the if you're watching the YouTube on your phone, where there's like a good 15-20 second delay.
Oh, right on. Hey,
So-
Jonah, are you the peanut butter guy?
Yeah, are you Jonah the
What the hell
peanut butter
does
guy?
that mean?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Carson, for tuning in. Carson is my roommate, one of my best friends, and the other night we were talking about like Jonah, if you start getting known, you got to be like known for something. And I love peanut butter is like my thing. I love peanut butter.
Oh my god, it's so good. What kind of peanut butter?
Okay, Skippy is like the best bad kind of butter.
Absolutely.
Right next to Jif. It's so good. The really the best kinds are like the kinds of peanut butter that. Oh yeah, nice. You have a whole jar next to your bed. That's
Of course
what I'm
he
talking
does.
about.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Come on.
Absolutely. I'm going to start having a jar of peanut butter next to my bed now.
Dude, okay, this is the guy that ate one taco at a amazing Mexican food place in Nashville, and you're talking about eating crappy peanut butter out of
Everyone has their weaknesses, bro.
a jar.
Peanut butter is my weakness, but portion control
Okay.
is a key word there.
Big thing.
I love peanut butter, but my peanut butter ingredients say peanuts and salt.
Good.
Do you not eat all natural?
No, I do, and that's the good kind. But man, Jif
Sometimes you
and
need some Skippy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Robin,
This
is
is
your
just
mouth
roasted
dropping?
peanuts, sugar, and molasses. And
There's
vegetable
more
oils.
than that. You were missing.
Yeah, there's
No,
a
they're
lot
not.
of
I'm
there.
seriously. I'm
so
looking
many
right at it.
Hey, Robin, you don't have your glasses on.
I have my contacts in. Thank you. I can
Oh.
see.
Car.
Hey, I'd say Jif with the nuts and then Skippy creamy. That's my
Okay,
take on
okay.
peanut butter.
Okay.
Otherwise, like do the I don't know. I can't remember. There's like Santa Cruz peanut butter, like the Whole Foods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
and it's got like the little oil on top and stuff, and
Yeah. If it's got oil on top, it's good for you.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's
Then
really
you gotta stir
the
it,
peanut
which is
butter.
annoying, but
oh god,
That's
I
what
hate
it is.
the stirring. I hate it. So to steer us kind of back into this bear conversation, because I still have this bear picture up here. So this was the first picture you sent us of this bear, and this was the second picture you sent of said bear. And-
It's actually two different bears.
oh, it's two different bears. Okay, didn't realize you had two bear stories.
Yes. Oh, I have more, but these are the only photographed bear
Hashtag
stories.
Montana life.
Yeah.
So this
Bear
second
story.
second bear is on its hind legs, and
You
it
have the
doesn't
second
exactly look happy.
No, it's not happy. Let me scroll so I can look at it. Yeah, so this is on my camera zoomed all the way back. Like I can't zoom back any further.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like I tried to map it out, like how far it was from where I was standing, and I after the fact I couldn't pinpoint where I was standing because I was just like so freaked out. But this looks to be about 25-30 feet, which really isn't that far away. That's
No.
pretty close.
Yeah, and a bear like that could make that in seconds to you.
Oh, and it did.
Oh,
That's the
jeez.
thing. When it was standing like that, I didn't know this because I was a little bit younger. This picture's like 5 years old. But they snap their teeth. They snap their teeth at you to kind of like intimidate you. But it's a very loud sound and it carries. So this thing was like snapping its teeth, and I could smell it, and I'm like freaked out. I'm freaked
What does a
out.
bear smell like?
A bear.
Dirt, and
peanut butter.
I wish. Dude,
Oh.
I'd give that bear a hug if it
Or
was
honey.
peanut butter.
I thought you were gonna say honey. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought bears love honey. I thought.
That was the obvious choice. but-
And a pig
It was
in
just
its
like-
biscuits.
It was like a dirt, musky smell. I'm sure like they literally live in caves and they're in the dirt and in
musky.
just a musky area.
Sounds
Anyways,
like a hipster cologne. Anyway, go on.
probably. Yeah, it didn't
Dirt
smell
and
bad.
musk.
It was just like, okay, that's weird. And then it just decided to charge. It just within I mean just like within a blink of an eye, it just was right in front of me. But as soon as I saw it like start to move its way towards me, that's when I threw up my arms and I was yelling as loud as I could, and like I had a shirt in my hand and I was like flapping it along with my super heavy camera. And at that point, it was a bluff charge, so it only got to about 5 feet away from me. But my wingspan is almost half that, like over half that. I'm sure.
No, thank you.
Oh.
So your first instinct when you're being chased by bears to take your shirt off and to start doing this? Is that what you're getting at?
I didn't have my shirt off.
You said you were holding a shirt, so
it must have been like an extra one that it was like a May rainy day.
Like this?
Just holding. Yeah, something like that.
You were layering.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Just making sure.
Yeah. I mean, the correct answer in that situation is to have bear spray, or should you need a firearm? That is the correct answer. But I was a little young and this won't happen to me.
And it did.
And after that, it started happening a lot more frequently. I think part of that was just me going further into the woods, but yeah.
So have you ever hunted bears?
Yes, I have. I have never been successful. I've been very close, but bears are hard to hunt.
So do you prefer bow hunting or rifle hunting? Because Joseph Caruso has asked you that.
I prefer bow hunting. I enjoy bow hunting a lot more. Rifle hunting is significantly easier and can be fun in different ways, but bow hunting is an incredible challenge just to get out and do things in the hot summer and try to get close to an animal, let alone being able to harvest an animal with a bow and arrow. It's pretty incredible when people are able to do it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been
hunted in
hunting
my entire life, so I've got no frame of reference of any of it.
Yeah.
So,
Fact of the day: I'm 1 for 1 with a deer, one shot.
Woo, nice.
That's it.
Nice.
But I literally killed Bambi, so I don't feel good about that.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we will definitely not be having PETA on the podcast. Thank you, TJ. Wait, is it PETA that does animals?
yeah, PETA protects animals
That's
terribly,
it,
but
right
they try to. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're definitely not having.
Yeah, we're definitely not having PETA on
You
here.
just bashed him. I didn't bash him. I just said I killed Bambi, and I feel bad.
Every time I hear PETA, I think of the pita bread, and I love pita bread.
Yeah, like
That
Peter
bread's
Mill.
so good. Amazing how one letter can just change it all.
Who taught you how to hunt?
My dad. I remember going out with my dad. I mean, some of my earliest memories, and that's kind of like what hunting is supposed to embody. Like spending time with loved ones or friends outdoors. I even got even closer with a friend of mine this last fall because we discovered we both really like hunting, and so we started looking at maps together and like, different state land we could hit up, and then we just started going. And
That's awesome.
he had a lot of free time, and I had a lot of free time, and I was like, well, let's just keep going. Like, why not?
Absolutely, man.
So-
Nothing brings two people closer together than hunting and maps. That's what I always say.
There you go.
Is that true?
That's
No.
what you always say, Zach?
That was a smart ass answer. I'm sorry, but
Who
I'm
is-
glad you love hunting. I mean, it's just not my dude. I'm
Right.
probably the cityest boy in this group of folks.
We're
Robin's
right there.
pretty city
Yeah,
too.
we're pretty. Yeah,
I'm
pretty
pretty
city.
city.
So
The only time we went hunting, what I talked about, I don't break away, but it was because my dad's best friend died. So I was like, well, he needs a hunting partner, and I went, and I made him proud, I think, but I don't. He's like, damn it, now we got to go find this thing, and I got to gut it.
I don't know, man. I put my cologne on. Got my hair stuff in. I'd probably scare the dang deer away. Can't they smell everything?
Well,
yeah,
in
they'd
fairness,
smell you coming from a mile away.
I was playing. I was playing Game Boy Color most of the time, so.
All right. You know what? So photography. Let's move this. I want to get closer to music. So photography eventually led you to shooting bands, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Was this multiple bands? Was this solo artist? Was there one band in particular? Lead me down that road.
It's really not too long of a history. I did a few music videos here and there for like buddies getting into the music scene before I was really into it. I mean, I've been into it for a while, but they were doing it further along than I was.
Sure.
And I thought it was really fun. So I kept doing it, and I wasn't really necessarily looking for work in photographing bands. but I was hanging out with Zach Goggins, the drummer of Righteous Vendetta, and
What up, Zach?
He hit me up and he was like, "Hey, like, Righteous Vendetta needs some photos. You down?" I was like, "Heck yeah!" So we went out. He was gonna buy me drinks. I was gonna meet the rest of the band the night prior to shooting just some photos for him, and that's when I met Ryan. He was at Jake's downtown Billings.
Right.
Met Ryan there. We kind of clicked right away. Shot the band the next day, in the Goggins auction yard, Pays public auction yards.
Right on.
That was pretty fun. And then after that, that's when Ryan and I started kind of talking a little bit more. Like, hey, you play guitar, right? You sing a little bit, right? I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit. And the rest is history.
Right on, dude.
Yeah.
For those of y'all who are listening, you know, Ryan is a singer for Righteous Vendetta, and I guess it. What would you say he's kind of taken on a role for you? Would you say management, mentor, producer? What would you? What role would you say?
I'd say the first role is friend. I mean, he's really become one of my good friends.
Well, duh. We all love Ryan.
Yeah, we all love Ryan.
Yeah, we all love Ryan. Justin,
but
Ryan,
that,
yes.
I guess I would move to
Okay, you don't talk bad about Justin.
Manager.
Hey,
Producer.
Right on. Right on. Well, I'm so glad that you got in with that crowd, because I would have never met you, and I'm so glad that we have. Oh.
Oh no.
Are we froze?
Did we lose him?
Zin?
Damn you, Montana internet.
And now we're not going to have Montana's internet company on.
I will say that's actually a nice paused photo.
Yeah, it's
because
actually...
usually people are like, you know, but that like looks like a picture for Instagram or something.
And now it looks like we're talking to Jonah with just his cutout.
All right.
No, he's coming back.
There we are.
Oh!
There he is.
Hey,
dude. Did Grandma like FaceTime you or something? What happened?
No, I don't know what happened. It just
Could you hear us?
Connection lost. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That damn bear.
Yeah, that bear's coming back for you, man.
That damn bear. Yeah.
So
interesting.
So you started working with Ryan and doing all this stuff, which is a perfect segue into actually the first question we got tonight, from No Ha Ha Ha.
No ha ha ha.
No ha ha ha. Where?
Like that.
When did you, Jonah? When did you get into singing?
I don't think I picked I don't think I picked a day. I remember singing as a requirement in elementary school, and I think all of us as little fourth graders were pressured into joining like the school honor choir that you had to audition into. And after that, I just kind of stuck with choir. Did a tour in high school around Europe, singing in different cathedrals, and I was a bass too. I was a pretty low singer. I have a deep voice, so it was just kind of naturally a bass singer. Yeah.
I can't.
And I don't know. And throughout high school too, that's kind of like when I was really getting into singer-songwriter stuff. Like, I'd learn songs and sing them on the guitar while I was playing. And it was somewhere around the freshman year of college that I turned into more of an artist, I'd say. Because throughout high school, singing was kind of a class. And I enjoyed doing it. I did a few shows in high school, but I didn't necessarily take it seriously, and I didn't know you could take it seriously.
So was there any particular singer-songwriter, since you said you got into the singer-songwriter thing, was there any particular singer-songwriter that kind of like you just kind of latched onto as like, I really like this guy? Or was it kind of like, or girl, yeah. I really like this artist. Or was it kind of a multiple of them?
It was multiple, but I would say for me, the artist that sticks out in high school, kind of in freshman year of college, that turning point was Chris Stapleton. just his
So good.
insane talent for writing music and performing and putting emotion into music was really captivating. And I did Tennessee Whiskey for my like senior year like final concert. Like
Dude,
we all
that
seniors
run-
had like a
Yours,
Yeah.
whoa, dude, that run is crazy.
Have you ever heard the original
can't-
version
I
of that
can't-
song?
I have not.
It's in 4. So Chris plays it in 3. He plays it as a waltz kind of a thing.
Okay.
And the original is in 4. And George Jones sings it. And it the first, like I thought Chris Stapleton was a Chris Stapleton song for a long time. And I was playing with I was just sitting in with a cover band, and they were like, "We're gonna play the George Jones version of Tennessee Whiskey," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And they thought I just knew it, so they just started playing it.
Yeah.
And like he starts playing, I'm going, "This is not in 3. This is in 4. Oh boy. Okay, here we go." And it's really interesting. I love what Chris Stapleton did to that song. I mean, like his brilliance of taking the, like you said, the run that he's got, the way that he took it into 3, and his wife who sings with him is just like they mash up so well.
Dude, their harmonies are heavenly, dude. Jonah, did you say you did do the run in your high school thing?
I did, and I
God
haven't
bless you.
tried it in a year and a half maybe, but in high school I could do that run.
So what you're
There's a
saying
vid-
is
I have
You were
a
in high
video
school
of
a
the
year and a half ago.
performance.
I'm kidding.
No, I haven't done it since, like just in the truck or something. I don't know.
well, we just got 10 comments saying we want to hear you sing that run right now.
Dude, there's no way. There's no
I mean,
freaking
you gotta
way.
give the people what they ask for, right?
Folks,
Who's
I'm
saying
totally
that? Who's
joking.
saying that?
No one's saying that, and I wouldn't put Chris Stapleton on the spot to sing that run, dude. That thing is crazy.
Whoa. I can kind of do it. I mean,
Right.
that's a lot lower than
Oh,
how it's sung.
absolutely. Gar, man. Dude, you should do a cover of that. Have you thought about doing like any cover stuff?
Dude, I think about it every time I turn on the radio. There's so much music out there that I'm like that makes me feel emotion. I'm like I want to remake this song and recreate this emotion for someone else. Dude,
Sure.
I get into it, dude. Music
Dude,
is
maybe even
awesome.
like go back to those people that inspired you, like George Strait and Alan Jackson, and do some new school covers of those to show like your younger crowd and the younger generation, like the OGs,
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
There you go.
There's
Just
a
a
lot
thought.
of overlooked music from the past.
Absolutely, like Chattahoochee.
Like and even rock. I'm a rock fan. I listen to a lot of metal too. And there's a lot of rock classics that just aren't as big as they should be.
What are some of your favorite rock bands? Because I didn't know you were into rock. Tell me about this.
Righteous Vendetta. I'll tell you that right off the bat.
Dude,
RV
most
number 1.
overrated band in the world, but I love them. I'm just kidding. I love Righteous Vendetta.
I'm a pretty big Metallica guy. There's a lot of like the new heavy metal bands that are fairly heavy. God, Bad Wolves is probably
Yes.
yeah, dude. They're probably one of my top new metal bands.
Yeah, dude.
But
So,
I was
right-
big into like Poison and Motley Crue.
That's the way. That's the
Yeah,
way.
dude, that's the way. Yeah, that is the way.
I right before COVID started, I saw August Burns Red, and
Dude, I've wanted to see them.
great show, really great show.
Are they as tight live as they are?
Yes.
Okay, that's always one of those things. Like I remember when a friend of mine drugged me to go see Avenged Sevenfold.
Drugged you?
Don't tell me.
No,
Don't
well,
tell me.
because she was. I wasn't really. I think we were juniors in high school, and I had listened
that
to this
was when
stuff,
you
but I
were kind
wasn't
of
like
an
I wasn't a
asshole,
huge fan. It was actually Chris
That's a joke.
McNean, Zach.
Hey, I remember her.
So
She let me burn her critically acclaimed album,
yes,
the white one.
That was the tour we went and saw, and I'm forever a
Righteous.
fan after that tour because
Okay.
they were so tight as a band. It was
Righteous.
phenomenal.
I thought you were gonna say that they were not tight.
No, they were. The drummer was the Rev before he passed. I mean, that guy was phenomenal as a drummer. So yeah, it was cool to say that I got to see him live. But that band, they are just fucking tight live, and
Totally.
I feel that like even the opening bands for them, because it's all the same genre, the opening bands for them just couldn't hold a candle to it. They just weren't that tight. They just didn't have the,
Sure.
And all that. But anyways,
I doubt you were there for this tour because you wouldn't be saying what you just said. But Hell Yeah actually toured with Avenged Sevenfold.
yeah, I did not see them.
Yeah.
No,
And,
trust me. If that band had been playing, if Hell Yeah had been playing, I would have gone for Hell Yeah, and then Avenged Sevenfold would have been like, oh yeah, they're also playing. Because Vinnie Paul was someone that, like, when I first started drumming, it's like my drum teacher would, he asked me what I wanted to learn, and I was like, well, I really like Dream Theater and I really like Rush, and he goes, okay, this is Pantera. I was like, okay, this is different, and I like it.
The good stuff. It's all good. Everything he told you to listen to is good stuff. But yeah, dude, as far as like best drum sounds I've heard live, I'd probably have to give that to Hell Yeah, man. Vinny's the man. So anyway,
so we've tasted our a little bit of rock and roll tonight. So let's get back to country music, which is what you do.
I was gonna sidebar with Jonah. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna just go talk to Jonah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll chat over here.
Back to the Chattahoochee. Let's do this. All right. Robin, are there any questions in the comment section?
There are a lot of questions in the comment section.
Can we shotgun some of them real quick?
We will shotgun a few of these. So one that's been asked several times from Nohahaha and Carson Smith. Who is?
No, don't read Carson Smith's.
Before I ask this question, you have a brand new single out right now. That was released a few days ago, correct?
It was released this last Friday. It's called You Remind Me. It's one of my favorites so far.
So
song, man.
the question involves that song, and it says, "Who is You Remind Me about?"
Oh! Stop the podcast. Stop the podcast.
So on the podcast, when answering these questions, we do not allow vague answers. You must answer directly.
Yes.
That is a new rule.
And where
as
did
of
you meet
tonight.
her?
It's good. I already have my answer.
Okay.
It's about several girls. It's about like
know.
an accumulation of like different memories and events, because this song is about like going through a breakup and like seeing, I don't know, like a hat, and it reminds you of that girl, or your keys always remind you of that girl, because like you associate just different things and parts of your life to someone you care about. And sometimes after a breakup, doesn't matter what you see, but it's going to remind you of that person.
Yep.
And so
That song just got way deeper.
Good.
yeah, it's happened to so many people that I just wanted to write a song about it.
Dude, that's killer, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be the first to admit, I'm not a lyrics guy. Like, I'm listening to the production, I'm listening to how the song makes me feel, like the groove, and I'm listening to the guitar solo. The guitar solo
guy.
was great on that song.
Thank you, Justin Olmsted.
Unless
Oh
it
my
was
gosh, that is-
Justin Olmsted.
Yeah, unless it was Justin. Nah.
I loved it. Whatever, boys. You can say whatever you
It
want.
could
Justin.
use some work. If
Jonah
it was
and I got his
Justin
back.
Olmsted. Yeah, dude. That is awesome, man. And I feel you on the. I think we all do. I mean, to this day, man, I'll hear a dang song come on the radio, and it reminds me, or I'll be flipping through the TV and see a haircut that reminds me, you know?
Yep.
Oh
So
man,
thank
there's
you.
still songs that I can't listen to without it just like this flood of memories just coming back. So yeah, I'm a lyrics guy. So Zach and I are kind of polar opposites when it comes to writing music and producing music and all this kind of stuff, which I think is what makes us really, really good friends. And TJ just has an impeccable taste in music, which is just what he adds to this threesome of us. And so lyrically, because I will be very honest with you, I've had a busy last 2 days, and I don't like to just put a song on in the car and listen to it, because I can't listen to it. So I have not listened to You Remind Me yet because I want to listen to it on an actual sound system and like truly listen to it.
He's out.
But if it's anything, but if it's anything along, if you're following up Friday Night, which is a great song, then I have no doubt that this is going to be a really, really good song. But yeah, like that lyrical content is something that I really look for in a song. So I'll be very curious to listen to this. Because I too have written a song about that concept of seeing this, and it reminds me, and I hated mine. Mm-hmm. Like I wrote mine, and I was like, "This is crap," and I'm throwing it away.
Yeah.
2 songs about reminding? Come on, man. I can't do that.
Who does that? Who writes?
Sorry,
like that?
bad joke. Bad joke.
Well, this is where we need that mute button or that penalty box we always talked about.
I'm not that bad. Come on.
Well,
not for you, for Robin.
What for me?
Come on and say. Yeah. Hey, I didn't listen to your song.
Now it's our first fight with Jonah on the podcast. This is great. Way to go.
Dude, now Jonah Prill is never going to do the podcast.
Again. Yeah.
Right on. Let's get some more of these fireball. These let's shotgun these questions.
Okay. So someone says that I hold Jonah's senior year finale of Tennessee Whiskey in my phone. He nailed it.
Whoa.
Oh,
so that exists.
That's probably my mother.
Thank you,
It
Kim
is your
Prill.
mother. Hi, Miss Kim.
Do you I don't know if I want to ask this
exist.
because it seems like fighting words, but you know what? Forget it. I've already said something on the show that's pretty much. I'm probably gonna get a text from Ryan and Justin going, really?
Really?
Do you consider Sam Hunt country music?
That's a tough answer. Country music is a very broad genre, and so I think it's okay to push the boundaries of genres. Now, there are, of course, subcategories of every genre, whether that's rock or pop or rap, and some things might push those boundaries still, which artistically we should do all the time. We should be pushing boundaries and finding new ways to make music and all that stuff. So is Sam Hunt country? I'm gonna say yes, because if he wants to be country, dude, go at it. Will his songs get played on the pop station? Yes, because they're that good. They can cross genres, really. Sure. And if you're able to satisfy the country, rock, and pop genre, and you're able to hit all 3 of those, that's where I'm trying to steer our genre, or like our style.
As you should.
My style, per se. And so that was a very long-ended answer to is Sam Hunt country? I would say yes.
I mean, dude, you're absolutely right with how broad country music is. I mean, I watched the CMAs. What was that, like 4 months ago, 5 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
And it was, it really hit. I mean, Charlie Puth was on there, with Gabby Barrett. Is that her name? Mm-hmm. They had that song, I Hope. Really great song. If you haven't heard it, definitely check that out. Cool. Sorry to interrupt. Robin, more questions?
Going through, there's a lot of comments, and so I'm digging through a lot of these. I scrolled back up to the peanut butter guy.
End, that's a question.
Okay, here's one going back in the conversation. Who taught you how to hunt? Which you said was your father, and then the same gentleman, Idris Mensa Bonsu. That's a really cool last name. How different would you say the Midwest is than the South? If you've been all the way down, Georgia, Alabama, and all that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I wouldn't consider Montana. I mean, Montana's kind of in that like weird boundary of the West and Montana. The Midwest. It's Montana. Yeah. Because we're also neighbors with Canada, so it's kind of like its own.
It's the same as Texas. Area. Like people say, like when they refer to the South, I don't consider Texas part of the South. We're just Texas.
Yeah. So Montana is just the north.
We're in the South. Texas. Yes.
Yeah. But we're not the South, right, Robin?
Yeah.
So what's the South?
Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, all of that.
Texas is below Tennessee. So why is Tennessee South?
Texas is Texas.
Yeah, Texas is Texas, dude.
That's true.
Like we're our own thing.
Hey,
Look,
hook
dude.
Hook 'em horns.
I'm not saying I have a dating profile, but if I had a dating profile, it would say Southerner. It would say Southern gentleman in it.
Okay.
Just saying. I don't have one, but if I were to, that's what it would say.
He has one, ladies. Go find him.
No, I actually don't. I deleted all of him. It was
He's fine. Go
horrible.
find him.
Until next week.
I don't know. I've thought about it. I was just on the wrong ones, I guess.
Do you have any advice, Jonah, to anybody who's wanting to get into country music?
Oh gosh, I mean, I'm the one who should be taking advice. I'm still starting out. But I guess from my position right now, I would say just put your heart into it. That sounds like the easiest answer. It's such a great feeling when you can put yourself and your emotion into music and really mean it. And I think that has a certain look to it that people will recognize. And if you're public about your love for music, there's no reason why you shouldn't be successful in it. And of course, successful is a term that should be defined by the person.
Sure.
But
True.
that was another really long answer for
Hey,
that.
Idris, you asked some really good questions in there, so thank you for those questions.
Thank you, Chris.
So there was a comment that was made, but I'm going to turn it into a question because the comment was made by, I'm assuming that Kim is your mother, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so she made a comment, and I'm going to turn it into a question. Who is your best friend? Because she has made a statement of who your best friend is, and I'm just curious, because I'm going to show a picture of this. Because you sent us a picture.
I know my best friend. Yeah, my best friend is Lily, my dog. My German Shepherd.
There it is.
Was that the correct answer?
This guy, yeah. Or girl.
Girl.
Yeah. Your mom's
Nice.
like,
I know.
Jonah's best
Beautiful
friend
pup.
is his dog. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's true. That is
It is
100%
it is
true.
man's best friend.
Yes.
she is a very pretty
Which
dog,
are-
because you have another picture of her as well.
It's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
And also this, so I'm putting up this other picture of her with a like a scarf around her neck that you took.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a great picture, man. Like,
Thank you.
like photo gallery worthy picture there.
Thank you very much.
So how old is Lily?
She is 6, almost 7.
Have you had her the whole
my,
time?
my mother's in the chat, so she can correct that. Yes, we've had her the whole time.
Nice. I love dogs. Zach and I are. I don't know this. I don't know this about you, TJ. I know Zach and I are dog people.
I love dogs.
Okay. I didn't know
dogs.
if you were a cat guy, dog guy, some other animal kind of guy. I've never asked that question. to
There's
you.
a few cool cats out there, but I wasn't much of a cat person. But I gotta say, I know a cool cat.
Yeah.
And then 3 more on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so Liz Dawson asks, who do you want to collab with?
Ooh.
And you know what?
This
I'm
is
going to
a
turn this.
very-
I'm going to turn this into kind of like a two-part question. Who's like a dream
Okay.
collab? You know, like someone that
Okay.
you really idolize, and then who is someone that's maybe like actually within your reach that you would love to like reach out to? Like, you know, someone that maybe like it's another TikTok person. It's someone within maybe your stratosphere that you do want to collab with. So, two-part answer there.
So my dream collab would be Post Malone. Hands
fun.
down.
That'd be fun.
Post Malone doing a country song. I think he'd want to do the country
Well,
song.
he just did Pokemon with Hootie and the Blowfish or something. I still haven't heard it, but if
Wait,
he's
what?
not doing
I
that,
haven't
yeah.
heard either.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's another podcast.
Okay.
But
But
yeah,
I could see
I
country.
think the collab within my reach is Raina Reynolds. Holy cow, she's like the next big thing from Nashville. I was talking to her today a little bit. Oh man, this girl has got talent. She just has a way of singing and putting emotion into your heart, and like it's just a lot to talk about. Like I was listening to her music earlier. Oh my gosh, it'll move you. I'm just that hyped about her music. It's so good. It's kind of like rocker, like country rock music.
Okay.
You guys would like it.
Wait, I want to look her up real quick. Is it Raina? You said
Reyna. Reyna.
Raina, and what's her last name?
Reyna?
Roberts. Does she have red hair?
Robert. Yes, she does have red hair.
Dude, I love the red hair.
Works. She rocks that red. I saw that. I was like, she's got some good music.
Wait a minute. My new single "Stomping Grounds" is out now. Country artist, songwriter, pianist. Is that her?
Ooh, nice. A piano player. You don't get
Right
much
on.
of
I
those
love the
anymore.
red hair. Love it. Cool. I'll have to check her out, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, and then so Dream was Post Malone. Now, anybody in the country world?
He just said Reyna.
No, I'm talking about that's
yeah.
attainable.
Oh, okay.
Talking about. Well, I mean, I imagine everyone's attainable, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, do you want to
Yeah.
do a song with George Strait? That's pretty big.
I
or
mean,
Jimmy
if I
Buffett.
had the opportunity, if I could choose, I mean, I would probably go with George Strait because like you just can't. I don't see another option. But if it was for someone that's like, I don't know, like in the scene now, I mean, Luke Combs would be a great answer.
Yes. I love
Hardy.
Luke Combs. Yeah,
Michael
dude.
Hardy.
Dude,
Yeah,
Zach
those
Wilde
guys.
did a guitar solo on one of Hardy's songs. Did you hear that?
Right. Yeah,
It's
that's one
awesome,
of my
man.
favorite Hardy songs too.
Yeah.
Because that solo just rips, and I'm a sucker for good guitar solos.
Really?
It's like
Bring it back.
That's really how I started out playing guitar. I didn't start out like on the acoustic guitar. I started out like riffs and like so. I'm just a sucker for it.
Who's some of your favorite guitar players?
I mean, Slash for sure.
Yeah.
Slash is probably like the guy I've watched play the most guitar, like on YouTube and stuff. But
Right on.
yeah, I've spent a lot of hours watching Slash. He's pretty cool. Zach Wilde, just another really good one.
Totally agree.
What
with
about
you.
you guys? Pick your number one and your number two guitar player of all time. Your favorite.
I know you're not talking to me.
Yeah,
Zach,
I'm talking to all
you got to
guys.
go first because you're the
You-
actual like guitar player
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
four of us. So you first.
Oh man. I mean, look, I can't put anyone in any particular order because everyone means so much to me in a certain way. So like I can't put anyone at number one, but I mean, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan is who got me started, you know. Zach Wilde because Ozzy's one of my favorite artists ever. Van Halen, of course, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And Paul Gilbert, Nuno Betancourt from Extreme, Russ Parrish from Steel Panther. I mean, there's so many, man. There's so many. But if I had to say one, I'd probably have to say Zach Wilde because he is the one who inspired me to move over into the hard rock scene, and that has been my career for the last 15 years. It's been a blessing, you know. So yeah, there you go. All right, Robin.
That's pretty awesome.
Me? Okay. All right. So I'd have to say right now because it changes all the time for me. Right now, I'd probably have to say John Five, Dave Scher, and Mark Letary are my three favorite guitar players right now. Yeah, that's who I like. If I had to choose three, that would be the three. So those are mine. Because I wish I could play like that, but I'm not. I'm just a rhythm. I just want to be a good rhythm guitar player, and that's about it. So, I did not put all the years and time into it the way that Zach and everybody else did. So, what about you, TJ?
That doesn't change much, boys. Vito Bratta.
I knew. I was like, why'd you even ask?
Vito Bratta of White Lion. Jonah, if you haven't heard him, check him out.
Man.
I'm gonna have to. I haven't heard of them.
But if you
Mars is
really
another one.
like White Lion,
I'd
you'd have
probably
a
have
tattoo
a
of
White
him.
Lion tattoo. I would.
It's never gonna get old.
Nope.
Hey,
What story am I missing? Was he supposed to get a white
No, he
lion
actually
tattoo?
has a white lion tattoo.
Back left shoulder.
Oh,
do you
hell
have
yeah.
any tattoos, Jonah?
I do. I have my brother's birthday in Roman numerals right there on my chest, and I have an appointment in May for another tattoo, and I'm still kind of deciding. It's a bigger tattoo, so.
Oh man.
I've been itching for one.
Yeah, I've been itching for another one.
It is true. People are like, it's addicting. I'm like, no, it's not. And then you're like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, it is.
Ever since I got my first one, I'm just like, kind of want another one. Okay, now I really want another one. Okay, I need to go do this.
I'd like to call mine tasteful at least. Not everybody. Like, I'm not gonna go get barbed wire tomorrow. Yeah. And no offense to you, barbed wire tattoo people out there. If you want to be on the podcast.
Well, now anybody who has barbed wire is never going to be on the show. Great.
I just said, like, no offense. So we covered our grounds there. We're good.
Well, you know, Robin's first tattoo was actually a Z. He got a Z on his arm because it's, you know, I'm one of his best friends, and I guess I inspire him. And you want to show us, Robin?
He had just got done watching Zorro, and that's why he got it.
It's not the original intent for the tattoo, because the tattoo was supposed to be down here on my forearm, and I decided not to do that last minute, and so my tattoo artist,
we can't hear you, Robin.
My tattoo artist put it up here, and she said it won't fit the original way, so she had to redo it. But my girlfriend actually drew that design. I think she drew that design before we started dating, because I was like, I need a design for my tattoo, and this is what I wanted to say. And she just drew something up real quick, and that was what I was going to get on my forearm. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm playing too many private party gigs that if I had a tattoo that was showing, they may not want it, because some people can get really weird about that.
That's why you wear sleeves.
Yeah. Well, but then you're playing outside in the middle of, like, you know, August in Texas. Sleeves are not a good idea.
And then you lose weight.
Anyways.
Car, Steve. I don't know, man. I have 0 tattoos, and I love tattoos. Absolutely love them.
We need to fix that, Zach.
But I feel like if I'm going to do it, I want to go big or go home. Like, just full-on sleeve, you know? I don't want just, like, one little tiger right here, you know? Or, like, my birthday.
But you say that, and if you just get one, you'll get a bunch more.
Yeah.
Like, and then you can take time to pick. Like, you can make a sleeve over time.
No, I want it all at once.
Medium pieces here and there. But...
Nope.
It takes time, bro. Like, even like tattoo artists to be like, no, we need a couple hours to sit down.
The biggest piece of advice that I got from my tattoo artist is she said, if you're gonna do a sleeve over time, she's like, have a plan. Because a lot of people who are like in their 60s and 70s who have just tattoos all over them, they're like, that's like just the one thing they always say to her is like, I just wish I'd kind of thought it out a little more instead of just like, you know, put a tattoo here, then here, then here, then here, then here. It's like, it just kind of looks like this patchwork thing, which some of them love it and some of them are like, you know.
I mean, I would definitely want something cohesive, which is why I would go all in one. You know who's got a great sleeve? Ryan.
Yes, he does.
Say that, yeah.
Did he ever finish the? It was like a bunch of stained glass, correct?
Ryan, are you watching? Yeah. If you're watching, tell us. Did you finish your stained glass thing on your arm, or whatever Zach's talking about?
Yeah, dude,
he probably logged off. He probably went to bed. It's 8:30. He's old.
Oh, be nice. Oh man, you know Ryan is the same age. Me, TJ, Robin, and Ryan. We are all the same exact age. It's crazy.
Is Justin older or younger than us?
Ryan's like old.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Ryan's still no man. He's fun, man. In fact, you know what? When y'all were in Nashville, I feel like you and I were trying to call it a night, and Ryan was like, no, we got to go to that one more hotel. We're going to go to the rooftop bar, and we're going to finish off the weekend right. And we had old fashions made with whistle pig. Remember that?
Ooh.
I remember that. I have pictures of that.
Why didn't you take me to get old fashions with whistle pig? You holding out on me?
Bro, it was a pandemic, dog. The pandemic hadn't started. Like, it started like 2 days after they left.
It was like right before. We were flying home, and the NBA got shut down when we were in the air.
I was playing the Houston Rodeo when it all got shut down, which brings me to another picture that you sent us. Have you ever competed in rodeo?
Yes, I have. I've done it one time, and that's probably the last time I will compete in rodeo.
Here's a picture of Jonah competing in rodeo. What did you compete in? Because all this is just a picture of you in your vest and your chaps and everything. So holding your hat.
I picked the hardest thing you could do in rodeo.
Did you ride a bull?
Bull riding.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like,
so
I should have done saddle bronc for my first one. Should have.
So the lady that I play with, her ex-husband was a professional saddle bronc rider for years, and even he said like when I first met him and was talking to him about all this, I was like, so bull riding? He goes, no. No, yeah. I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Dude,
Yeah.
I feel like you could be like the biggest like weenie in the world, but if you like tell someone you ride a bull, it's like that you're done. Like you're the manliest man in the world, man.
I've ridden a mechanical bull. That's all I got.
Why I wanted to do it.
Golly, man. I'm just gonna go ride a bull, so I'm gonna be like, that's gonna be in my Tinder profile. I rode a bull. That's.
Do you have a picture? Do you have pictures or videos of you riding the bull?
There is a video, and what's not shown on the video is what happened right before I rode the bull. I was like getting on, but what you do see is like, me getting ready. Thankfully, I know where the video is, but a lot of people don't, so I don't have to show it very often because it was a very short ride. I got thrown off the bull. I went head first and did a roll because I was so nervous. So I'll get into the story. So I was getting ready. Ryan and Megan were there. I had a buddy come video it, and it was my turn to go. So I had my helmet on and the vest and had my hands on the chute, lowering myself down. And you're always supposed to put the bottom of your boots on the bull's back to like just kind of let him know, hey, I'm here, I'm getting on you, which of course they don't like. So when I put my boots very lightly on the top of his back, he immediately started bucking in the chute, which is pretty normal. It's pretty normal for a bull to buck in the chute. And I'm right over top of him, but he was like bucking so hard that he kind of like sucked me down in. And so the guys on the edge of the chute had to pull me out by my vest. And it took, it was probably only 30 seconds, but it felt like an eternity of this bull like bucking and yelling and moaning in the chute. And at that point, I was like, oh no.
The hairs on my arm are standing up right now. Listen to
what have I done? Because I was like looking at this bull before the rodeo, like, oh yes, I got one that's doesn't look as mean. Don't ever.
What you're saying is don't judge a bull by its looks.
Yeah.
Dude.
Don't judge a bull by its hide. And
oh my lord.
The dude next to me was just like, go, you gotta go. And I was like, okay. So I got on, and I was just like, well, just go. Like I nodded my head, and it was over like that.
Dude.
So,
did you have previous training on a bull?
Not really.
How is that legal? Did they just let anyone get on a damn bull?
Yeah, if you want to.
I signed a waiver, but
there you go.
In Cody, Wyoming, during the summer, from like June, I don't know the dates, but like there's a time period in the summer when you can go to Cody, Wyoming and ride a bull literally every night of the week, and you just have to sign up, pay $20, and of course like you're supposed to know what you're doing.
God.
And I did, of course.
Dude, I can just imagine. This is like a carnival ride. It's okay, folks. He signed a waiver. It's good. Oh my lord.
Well, they did it on Jackass, kind of. So,
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of did, yeah.
Oh my lord. Yeah, thanks for. I think I just turned like ghost pale just listening to that story, man. That's nuts.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything in the syllabi.
There's two more questions. There's two more questions in here. So Liz Dawson asks again another question. She has two questions. What's your favorite hobby, and have you ever been to Stagecoach?
I've never been to Stagecoach. I've never been to Stagecoach.
What is Stagecoach? Or where is Stagecoach?
It's a music festival. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't been to a ton of like country music like summer festivals, just been more like concerts. But that is a really good one.
Stagecoach?
I'd say Hobbies, Stagecoach. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not familiar.
Favorite hobbies?
Hobbies, guitar, singing, photography, hunting, lifting. I like to lift weights and staying healthy, that sort of thing.
You don't say.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just reducing my tacos at night when we went out.
Oh my god. I think maybe it's a Texas thing because we just love our tacos. Like,
oh yeah.
If someone was to put a plate of tacos in front of me and it was don't Robin, you need to watch your weight. Don't eat so much. If someone put a plate of tacos in front of me, I'd be like, I don't even want to listen to your advice anymore. Just give me the tacos.
Okay. In all seriousness, though, because you're a health freak, obviously, Jonah. Why do people, and correct me if I'm wrong, why do people make tacos sound so bad for you? I mean, in general, you've got a corn tortilla, which is gluten-free, some sort of protein. So it may be a little fatty, but you've got protein, and then guacamole. What's that?
You could double up on the protein too.
Sure. But like, why do people make it sound like tacos are so bad for you? Are they really?
Well, it depends on where it depends on where you're getting them, because it depends on how they make what they made. So it depends on what's in the, like, what did they marinate the chicken in? You know. That's.
Do you agree with this, Jonah?
Yes. I mean, like, I make tacos all the time, but it's like a whole wheat tortilla and like chicken and hot sauce.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have tons of rice every day. Like, I eat a lot of broccoli, avocados, that sort of, and peanut butter.
Okay. Of course you eat peanut butter.
But a lot of it is portion control. Like, if I was gonna go to Taco Bell, I don't want one taco. I want 10 tacos from Taco Bell. Like, there's no in between. And so that's where I would say tacos are generally bad. Like, if you're having a ton of them all the time, they aren't high quality calories because they're from fast food, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you were just gonna put them in categories, it just depends on how they're made.
Okay, right on. I was just curious because but contrary to what you see, I'm actually a pretty health freak myself. I don't have a six-pack, but I'm very. Bless you. I'm very conscious about what I put into my body, but like, my guitar covers up my belly, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, we are nearing the 69-minute mark, which that is kind of our, what's that?
Wait, for real? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I had no idea. That's so cool.
That's kind of the inside joke. We try to keep it around there.
Nice.
There was one thing that I wanted to mention, for those of you out there who don't know, this is something. I've known Jonah for a year, and y'all, this is just one of the sweetest dudes, totally real, and I'm really excited about your career, man. I'm super proud of you. And something that a lot of people don't know is that you're actually in school right now, and you're pursuing a degree. And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Well, I mean, thank you so much for the compliment, dude.
Of course, brother.
It's been a great year knowing you. Well, and you too, TJ and Robin. But yeah, I am in school. I have class tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., followed by 2 more after that, going for X-ray tech. Radiologic technologist is the long way to say it, but it's very hard. It's a 2-year tech program. I love it as a career.
Sure.
We're gonna see what happens with music
Of
and
course.
getting accepted into rad tech school, but I just want to be successful and doing things I love, like music, and if need be, being an X-ray tech to be successful. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely, man. And I respect that so much, because a lot of people, I mean, you've already seen some success in the music scene. You've already had an iTunes chart, topping song, and so a lot of people would think, oh, I'm gonna be famous, blah blah blah. This is all I want to do. And I'm sure you're gonna have a beautiful music career, but you still are also going to school, and I think that's super smart, and I'm really proud of you for that, man. So best of luck to you, brother.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah.
Of course. There was 2 other things I wanted to bring up. Oh, I just blanked.
I got something.
Go for it.
You think about it. I was thinking, like, Jonah, like, it's been great knowing you.
Yeah.
And if you guys were wondering if there's anything Jonah doesn't do, now that's been answered. He does everything. But I gotta admit, like, hearing your voice and how you get that sexy country singing voice, no idea. Like, if I tried to sing, like, country, I'd be like, I couldn't do it. It's just, like, I'm not the biggest country guy out of this crew.
Mhm.
And, dude, Friday night's been on repeat, and how you remind me probably had the most spins last Friday night. Like, and no pun intended, but that's when it came out. And,
He is not just saying this to blow
yeah.
you smoke. He called me last week. He's like, dude, I can't stop listening to this song.
Yeah.
So he's actually being
Yeah.
real with you.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, like, I never got, like, I mean, I get, like, girls go to country and all this stuff, but literally, like, if I was a girl, like, I'd have my sexiest boots on, sexiest hat, low-cut top, front row with some shorty shorts on, with just enough ass cheek hanging out to know that it's there, but not see it all. And that's straight up.
Thank you, TJ.
Wonderful.
Thank you. That's the best answer I've heard. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
man.
Yeah.
You know what? Speaking of girls, I mean, do you have is there a love in the making right now?
No.
No.
I'm too busy writing songs, chasing elk and buffalo. Oh, I never got. Sorry to sidetrack, Robin. I never got to answer your question about what I was doing earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Chasing buffalo all the time, out of cell service.
So you were
I'm too
literally
busy.
chasing buffalo before you came to this podcast. So
yeah.
I have met.
Not like to provoke them. Just trying to find the herd and making sure that they were there in the places that they were.
So I have met in my entire life of working in music. I have met now, including you. I have met 3 country artists who are actually like cowboys and cowgirls, like that actually work on a ranch and do these things. So
Do these things, yeah.
yeah. So you
That's
make
cool. I'm proud to be in that.
you make
group.
you are part of a very small list in my life.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, Mr. Jonah Prill, thank you so much for being here, man. You always have a seat on this podcast. If you ever want to come back, you just hit us up. We'd love to have you. You know, let us know when your next single's coming out. We want to watch you on your journey, man. We're really excited for you.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. This has been a blast. Even this last week, just talking back and forth has been a lot of fun. So whether it's on or off the podcast, I think we should start hanging out more.
Absolutely.
And giving Ryan and Justin a lot more shit.
Oh, done.
We can always
you
do
know
that.
what? What we can start doing is we'll have, every week, every couple of weeks, we can do a Skype hang or something with all of us.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
I would love that. Cool. Well, everybody who's tuned in, thank you so much for being here. We had a blast, and we hope you did too. Be sure to subscribe and keep in touch with us because we're on every Tuesday. And yeah, God bless you. Have a great week, Mr. TJ.
Jonah, thank you, man. It's been fun. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We love y'all. I wanted to congratulate you. You might not know this or thought about it, but you've had a single in every year this decade, 2020 and 2021. And we hope there's more coming.
Keep it
That's
up.
true.
Yeah.
There will be.
So, yeah, it's been great, man. Appreciate it. Guys, subscribe. I know it sounds stupid and corny, but
Yeah.
love y'all. Thank you,
Subscribe.
Jonah. You're the best. Robin, over to you.
Jonah, this has
TJ.
been a pleasant evening. It's been a lot of fun. Please stay in touch. Come back. Come see us again. For any of our fans that have tuned in, if you don't follow Jonah, go follow Jonah on. You've pretty much got every kind of social media: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Just go follow him. He's a sweetheart, as you've seen from this show. For any of Jonah's fans, if you don't know us, come follow us. Come join us again next week. We do this every Tuesday, or we shoot to do this every Tuesday. At
Unless there's a
8:30,
power outage.
and yeah, if there's a power outage, we can't do it. So we've really enjoyed having you, Jonah. Please come back. Yes, for anybody wondering, that is a fully automatic Nerf gun. That is as far as my gun collection goes, right there.
For none of you wondering.
But yeah. So I guess we're at the end of this. So class dismissed.
Is this thing still on?
keep going. I'm watching the viewership fall as they like all tune out.
Okay, now is it over?
Okay, I can end it if you'd like me to.
Okay, now is it over?
Okay, yeah, we're done now.